Manchester United, one of the most important clubs in the Premier League, would gain literally millions of dollars and benefit of having a world-class goalkeeper if they sign Emiliano Dibu Martinez. It has been rumored that the Red Devils are willing to spend 50 million euros to acquire the Argentina keeper's services. The goalkeeper has had an incredible 2021 with Aston Villa, as well as lifting the Copa America trophy with Argentina. His prolific performances have caught the eye of the Manchester United coaching staff, according to the Daily Star. Manchester United is more than interested in Martinez and would like for him to be a pivotal part of the Red Devils organization in goal. Even though David De Gea is currently the starting goalkeeper for the English club, Dibu Martinez could very well step in and take over the position if Aston Villa accepts the offer that's been placed on the table, and if the Spanish keeper decides not to renew his contract that expires in June of 2023. If De Gea leaves, the obvious option for Manchester United is to pursue Dibu immediately. Dibu Martinez has had a successful track record in more than just one club. He also possesses countless highlights of crucial saves and top-tier goalkeeping awareness as well. His skills and personality happen to align perfectly and give Manchester United more reasons to put pen to paper and sign the Argentina international. The fact that he has been able to translate his club success to the Argentina national team, winning the 2021 Copa America, speaks volumes of the potential Dibu really has to offer. The 3 penalties blocked against Colombia was everything you needed to see. Dibu is that guy. If De Gea leaves and Dibu gets signed, Manchester United would gain millions upon millions of dollars just from merchandise and TV viewership, as fans in Argentina all want to see their guy make it big. An uptick in jersey sales and ratings is a nice added bonus, if you ask me. Dibu could become the second goalkeeper from Argentina to step on goal for the Red Devils over the course of the last few years. Sergio Romero was the first. Also, something to keep in mind is that there is another young keeper that interests Manchester at the moment, and that is Leeds United Frenchman Illan Meslier. Nevertheless, 2021 solidified the fact that Dibu is a world-class player, a game changer, a winner. He proved to be one of the best keepers in the English Premier League, with the added value of being a Copa America champion with Argentina, helping the Albiceleste end the 28-year drought. According to The Sun, Manchester United would gain a lot from signing a prolific goalkeeper with media appeal, such as Dibu, that comes with a loyal fan base at the club level and those also pulling for his success all the way back home in Argentina. Do you think Manchester United should bring the Argentina goalkeeper to Old Trafford? Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll read you in the comments. The Mexican beauty Kenya O and the Brazilian bombshell Maria Julia Massali have been 2 of the most beautiful women that have been linked to the Real Madrid prospect Vinicius Jr. At 21 years of age, the Brazilian has proven to be very skillful in and out the field. Over the course of the last few months, Vinny has proven to be one of the most lethal threats that the Spanish Giants have to offer. His percentage in front of goal speaks for itself. He is lethal, and clearly that translates into his personal life. The funny thing is, Vinicius was one of the few Real Madrid players that was single, but over the course of the last few months, rumors and outings have proven otherwise. In fact, Vinny has been spotted in very good company. Sources in Spain can confirm that the Brazilian has asked for special access for the Mexican influencer Kenya O at the mystical Santiago Bernabeu to watch him in action during home games. Not to mention that the two have been spotted trading comments and DMs on Instagram. The popular influencer has a fan base of over 10 million followers. It was said that the two crossed paths in one of the latest visits Vinny paid to Mexico. Of Of course, when the rumors started, the soccer fans did their thing and flooded the comments. While some soccer purists were upset and thought this would distract him from the sporting aspect, others were happy for him and encouraged him to score the biggest golazo outside of the field in his personal life. Before Kenya O, however, Vinny was linked to the Brazilian Maria Julia Masali, a popular vlogger and reality TV star in her home country that also happened to be 5 years older than the Brazilian striker. Even though the two denied ever being an item, media outlets made sure to follow them around every single hangout, which was in more than one occasion, hoping to finally catch them red-handed. The two originally met when Vinny still played for Flamengo, and even though they both, again, denied anything from happening, they have been spotted more than once being extra friendly, to say the least. The two were already mingling with each other long before he joined the La Liga side, and it seems that it was her time doing work in television that attracted him in the first place. At one moment in time, the striker was asked if any of the rumors were true, and he firmly denied it, claiming that he was in his dating prime and that he was not looking for anything serious. So, if anything was happening, he publicly shot any chance of it having a future down before it even had a chance to get started. Even though Vinicius has always taken pride in keeping a low profile in comparison to Brazilian counterparts such as Neymar, Ronaldinho, and Romario, at a young age, Vinny has already had the opportunity to explore with some of the most beautiful women in the world. What do you think of Vinicius Jr.'s luck with women? Let us know in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. More than $400,000 in special trips, dinner dates, and expensive gifts is what it took for Neymar to win the heart of Natalia Barulic, the ex-girlfriend of popular international musical sensation Maluma. The American model has taken social media by storm, not only due to her endless gallery of photos highlighting her beauty, but also because she was seen appearing next to the Paris Saint-Germain superstar. This, of course, caused a great deal of controversy because people associated her romantically with the Colombian singer. The relationship with the reggaeton sensation took off after the model appeared in the popular Felices los Cuatro music video, song which, ironically, talks about infidelity and other people getting in the way of a relationship. Awkward. At the beginning, the romance between Natalia and Maluma seemed to be going well. However, that didn't last long. The beginning of the end took place when Maluma brought his then supermodel girlfriend to Neymar's party in Paris. Big mistake. After the party, Maluma and the Brazilian were not the only ones that got close. Natalia and Ney also hit it off. Soon after the model broke things off with the Colombian heartthrob, people began to speculate and look for possible reasons for the breakup. Once the model took a trip to Paris where she met up with Ney and posted it on her social media, it didn't take long for people to connect the dots. Neymar even welcomed her to the City of Love by gifting her a PSG jersey. This, of course, wasn't the only thing that Ney has given her. They have also been spotted traveling not only in and around Paris, but in different destinations across Europe. All of these trips taken on private charters and staying at the most expensive hotels each destination has to offer. Some say that each of the trips cost approximately $100,000. The popular model spoke out and said that she was simply not happy with the dynamic of the relationship with Maluma, that she didn't feel appreciated, and that it was beginning to take a very toxic turn. Natalia quickly mentioned that Neymar was the complete opposite, that he was pleasant and fun to be around, always happy, and he was becoming a very important person in her life. It is no secret that the relationship of Natalia Barulic and the Brazilian caused an uproar amongst their fans, and the fact that the ex is also an international household name made this love triangle exciting to keep up with. Many believe that the expensive treats, dinners, resorts, and private destinations are the reason Neymar had the edge in winning her heart. The approximately $400,000 spent on wining and dining seemed to have worked, but given Neymar's unquestionable charisma, it is safe to say that the luxuries may have been just an added bonus. Do you think Neymar's expensive gifts had anything to do with winning her over? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. That woman wants to take advantage of my son. She just wants his money. Those are the words from Cristiano Ronaldo's mom, Dolores Aveiro, who is against the relationship and potential marriage of her son to Georgina Rodriguez. Several media outlets in Europe have revealed that the Manchester United star's mom is one of the main reasons why the couple haven't tied the knot. She does not believe her intentions are right, and she's admitted that she will never support her taking her son's hand in marriage. Portuguese sources citing one of CR7's friends indicate that it is Dolores who's become the biggest obstacle for the couple to finally get married. Cristiano's mom is convinced that Georgina just wants to take his money. She firmly advises him to not make the relationship official by means of marriage. Mom is not the only one that's against the couple getting married. Turns out his siblings, Katia, Hugo, and Elma, feel the exact same way and believe that Rodriguez has managed to get the Portugal national team captain to distance himself from his family to solely focus on her. All of these outward reactions from family members are a result of rumors of potential secret weddings and an engagement ring that has been spotted on the model's hand. Once upon a time, there was a rumor even that they were going to get married in a secret ceremony in Morocco. It's all a big mess. This situation is of course very inconvenient and uncomfortable for the Manchester United player. No one ever wants to be torn between love and family. That never ends well for those sentimentally invested. This is also a new experience for Ronaldo, who's historically been able to count with his family's unconditional support in everything he does, except this. This is all shocking to hear because since the couple moved to Manchester, one could argue that it is the happiest the couple has been seen, pretty much ever. Maybe distancing himself from family has facilitated that. Or, if his family's right, is setting him up for failure. Only time will tell. Many wonder what the Argentinian model did to CR7's mom for her to feel so strongly against her. Whatever it was significant enough to make the superstar's mom be very direct about her opinion and to not hold back how furious she is about the possibility of her son marrying her. When asked about marriage in the past, Georgina has answered, "That doesn't depend on me. I sure hope so," which tells you everything you need to know. That response made all of the rumors intensify, and now the world is waiting to see what will be Ronaldo's next move. Will his love for his soulmate lead him down the aisle, or will the love for his mom stop him before he gets to say "I do"? What do you think of CR7's situation? We'll review in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Neymar is one of the best football players in the world, and his lifestyle, due to his success, has made headlines in more than one occasion. No real superstar goes through life alone, and this is why Neymar offers his entourage, made up of his closest friends, a monthly allowance. In other words, the Brazilian pays his friends just to be around. Not a bad gig if you ask me. The entourage is made up of 6 friends. These are the group of guys you often see in the photos, major milestones, and parties. It is speculated that Neymar pays them approximately 11,000 euros a month, according to several sources. Let's get to know some of the guys, shall we? Let's start off with Jota Amancio dos Santos. He is one of Neymar's closest childhood friends. He practically considers him family despite not being actually blood related. Amancio wanted to also play professionally and tried out in Europe, but his destiny had other plans. Next up, we have Gilmar Araujo. This particular member of the entourage is responsible for taking the photos, Neymar's personal photographer to put it lightly, but also does some work for the PSG star's agent as well as help with anything and everything dealing with marketing and branding. Then there is Guilherme Pita, one of the most underrated roles in the crew. He is Neymar's director of fun. This man is in charge of helping Ney plan all of his parties and outings. If there is a chance to raise a little hell, you best believe Mr. Pita will add it to the agenda. Then we have Álvaro Costa, the son of the former football star and confidant of Lionel Messi, Pepe Costa. They obviously met when Neymar first arrived at FC Barcelona. At the beginning, he was in charge of helping the former culé with the language barrier. After all, he did live in Brazil for a while, so his Portuguese was very good. And lastly, we have Gustavo Almeida and Christian Guedes. Both of these guys are members of Neymar's company, NRC Sport, where they run consults and work with different artists. Each and every single one of these members served in their respective role. However, they all have one responsibility in common: to keep Neymar company and make sure that the superstar never has a dull moment. Not to mention that they also do their best to ensure that the Brazil national team legend stays out of trouble. They understand that being in the spotlight can be stressful and overwhelming. So when Neymar steps away from that spotlight, they want to treat him as a regular guy, having regular friends in a regular lifestyle. They make the Brazilian forget for small periods of time that he is one of the most popular football players in the history of the beautiful game. That is definitely worth the salary they get paid. You can't put a price on sanity and mental health. What do you think of the fact that Neymar pays his friends just to be around? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. He is one of the most confident, arrogant, cocky, self-centered, talented, ambitious superstars in the history of the beautiful game. We are talking about the man, the legend, the lion, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. When looking back at all of the awesome moments in his career, we can immediately look back at the time he went through David Beckham's phone, found Justin Bieber on his playlist, and dropped the $1 million line: "I am the only perfect one." The anecdote took place in the locker room when both Zlatan and Beckham played at Paris Saint-Germain. Throughout their time together in the French club, the two superstars built an incredible friendship full of trust, trash talk, and endless banter. It was said that after a long training session, both football legends headed back to the locker room where they all showered and got ready to head home while listening to music. It was the music precisely that prompted the Swedish Lion to grab the Spice Boys phone and see the full list of songs on his playlist. And oh behold, one name stood out: the American pop sensation, Justin Bieber. I walked in the locker room and there was music playing, so I grabbed David's phone and I started looking through his playlist. There was a lot of Justin Bieber, Zlatan said. We were hoping to find English classic rock bands and some hip-hop artists, but we didn't. At least it's nice to know that not even David Beckham can have perfect taste, and that the only perfect one is me. Now, if that's not the most Zlatan line you've ever heard, we don't know what is. Both David Beckham and Zlatan Ibrahimovic have sealed their legacy in the football world. They've done so many times for the same clubs, like Paris Saint-Germain and LA Galaxy. The Lion is still active in the Italian Serie A and scoring goals non-stop. The Swedish man went back to Europe against all odds after everyone thought that he would retire in MLS with Los Angeles. Instead, the man came, saw, conquered. He took over Hollywood, their talk shows, and made every fan of the league essentially bow down to him every single time he touched the field. The Zlatan effect. Never doubt Zlatan. Dare to Zlatan. Silence the critics like Zlatan. David Beckham, on the other hand, enjoys his life after retirement and is focusing on continuing to grow the beautiful game. Beckham even owns a football team in Miami, a club that competes in Major League Soccer. His team rocks an elegant pink and black color combination that is a direct reflection of the Englishman's unique sense of taste and style. Everything he touches has his unique seal of approval, the Beckham effect. We are truly lucky to have had the opportunity to witness both Beckham and Zlatan's magic on the field, their personalities outside of it, and the many incredible memories that will be told for generations to come. Do you agree with Zlatan's self-description? Do you miss David Beckham as a player? Let us know in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. $10 million. That's how much Cristiano Ronaldo charged to be a Free Fire character. The popular skin of the Manchester United star went by the name Chrono, and it caused fans of the video games to lose their mind when the announcement of the skin was revealed. From the very first day until now, the popular gaming company is still seeing the profits of including one of the most iconic football players in the history of their game. Even though they've never made it public, it wasn't hard for fans to figure out the estimated amount of money the Portuguese star has made from the game. Think about the massive effect and value. CR7 brings to the table approximately 243 million followers. That's just on Instagram alone. The perfect comparison and measuring stick would be that of hip-hop superstar Travis Scott, who was reported to have made $20 million in merchandising from his partnership with the popular game Fortnite. And that was only in the first couple of months. This was a similar deal to the one Cristiano cut. Therefore, after comparing both video games and their audience, it is estimated that CR7 banked approximately $10 million. That's easy money right there. That is also the greatest reward for your hard work. Becoming the world's biggest name in football has given the Portuguese superstar the ability to make millions of dollars without lifting a single finger. His likeness generates bottomless opportunities, and while many people can criticize him for it, he's earned it all. Since Ronaldo appeared in the video game, it is reported that the company made about $12 million a month. The success was immediate, and the people that advocated for Ronaldo to be a part of the game were proven right almost instantly. The proof is that his skin, Chrono, is the most popular in the game. Not anyone could use him though. To activate the skin, the user has to unlock him for 500 diamonds of in-game currency, and not the traditional gold coins that you are able to use on other skins. So even in a video game, Ronaldo is different from the rest. You see, in the game, Ronaldo's character has a different set of skills. His particular skill set comes from a parallel universe that is made up of higher beings. His special ability is called Force Field, which essentially allows him to be able to cost and withstand more damage. Not to mention that just like in real life, he has a boost of speed. Again, CR7 is one step ahead of the rest. This is not the first time Cristiano Ronaldo ventures into the video game world. Let us remember that he was a part of Pro Evolution Soccer, which was the direct soccer video game competition to FIFA. When we say he was a part of it, we mean that he was the face of the Konami product. One thing is certain, whatever Ronaldo touches turns to gold, both in the virtual universe and in the real world. What do you think of the amount of money Ronaldo has made appearing as a character of Free Fire? Let us know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yael Shelvia and Susi Cortez are two of the most beautiful models in the world. The two models have more than beauty in common, however. In addition to voluptuous curves, they also share the bond of rejection, as both of them were shot down by Lionel Messi. La Pulga is as loyal as they come, and he wasn't about to risk losing his best friend over no random model, regardless of how tempting it may be. Lionel Messi has not only earned the love and admiration from his fans due to his out-of-this-world skill set, the Argentine has also conquered the hearts of thousands upon thousands of women, none which have swayed him from loving and most importantly respecting his partner in crime, the love of his life, Antonella Roccuzzo. When the word got out that Leo rejected models, the internet exploded. When the names of said models were revealed, chaos ensued the comments section and replies of all major social media platforms. Not to mention, it made headlines worldwide. This time, it wasn't just his goals and assists that did the trick. This time, it was the person in its totality. Most people often assume that football players mainly have a fan base that is predominantly made up of men, when in reality, there are millions of women daydreaming and wishing upon stars in their name. Many of them wishing that they could be in Antonella Roccuzzo's shoes. In 2018, Messi made the internet explode into a frenzy when he attended a publicity/marketing event. Same event that featured the supermodel Yael Shelvia, the Israeli model that was voted to have the most beautiful face in the world. The model immediately got close to Leo to try to take a picture. However, the selfie wasn't enough. and it wasn't what she expected. The PSG star made sure not to get too close and avoided contact in general. No hugs, no nothing. Even if she gave it away in her body language that she wanted that, and even though she took the initiative to make physical contact, rejected. Shelvia, however, shouldn't take offense to that. It isn't personal. Messi has historically avoided physical contact with women that approach him for pictures. He is respectful and cautious about his hand placement to a fault. He accepts taking pictures with his lady fans, but always keeps his distance. Another example of Messi's loyalty by the means of rejecting supermodels took place when an obsessive Brazilian model, Suzy Cortez, made endless comments and statements on social media trying to get La Pulga's attention. The Brazilian model got worldwide attention by taking photos and thongs while wearing Messi's jersey, or jerseys, as she posted the same provocative set of poses with different editions of Barcelona and Argentina national team gear. This one did manage to upset the PSG star's wife, not only due to the provocative nature of the photos, but because the model got his name and face tattooed on her. Again, obsessive. This made Antonella so uncomfortable that Lionel Messi had to step in and block the model from all accounts. Do you blame him? Later, it was revealed that the request to block the model was made by Antonella and that it was about more than just tattoos and IG posts. It turns out, Suzy Cortez was also sending explicit DMs. $3 million. That's how much Lionel Messi sold his luxury mansion located in his hometown of Rosario, Argentina over the holiday break. This property was one of the many mansions known to be owned by the PSG superstar. Messi decided to use his Christmas vacation to travel with his family back home, only to have the world spot him throwing a massive party with friends and family, as well as profiting $3 million off of the property. It was noted that Messi wanted to throw a holiday party for all of his friends and family members. Turns out, the number 10 was the life of the party. So much so that he was able to show off some of his dances. Seeing Messi in that setting is a very big deal to fans, mainly because the Argentine has accustomed his followers to a life of structure and discipline. It was later noted that the party wasn't the only reason for Messi's visit to Argentina. La Pulga took advantage of being in his home country to list one of his mansions in Buenos Aires on sale. According to the media outlet Minuto en Cancha, this was the property he visited the most. The price range of the mansion was said to be around $3 million, and the many amenities featured in the property included both an indoor and outdoor pool, a restaurant, a private nightclub, a gym, a dog grooming center, and even a space that served as a daycare. Essentially, a fully loaded 5-star hotel. The lucky buyer of the home will also be benefiting from one of the best views in the city. This, of course, because the property is located at the heart of Rio de la Plata, along with the beautiful natural parks of Puerto Madero. It is said that it didn't take long for Messi to find a buyer. Thanks to the many years of staying at the top of his game and becoming the world's biggest name in football, Messi has been able to be financially sound enough to purchase luxurious properties all over the world. To many people's surprise, however, most of his properties are what people are labeling fairly normal, nothing out of this world. One of those properties is an entire floor in the 40-story high Qualina building in his hometown of Rosario. In 2018, each floor was valued at around $1 million. That, of course, without any of the renovation and upgrades put in place by La Pulga since acquiring the space. The extravagant floor features a private bar, a luxury swimming pool, among other fancy features. It is said that Messi owns 6 properties in Italy as well, which includes a hotel with a scenic view of the Mediterranean Sea. The PSG superstar clearly enjoys beautiful sceneries in some of the most unique corners of the world. All in all, prolific athletes across any sport that acquire riches administer their money differently. Some blow it off living life to the fullest, while others, like Messi, invest and enjoy the perks that come hand in hand with these investments. She is one of the most beautiful women on earth without a doubt, and the entire football world is in love with her. Why? Well, in addition to her beauty, Lionel Messi's wife has been by her man from the very beginning, from rags to riches, always there. Yet, that does not stop her from taking the fruits of her man's current success and spending it. Antonella has been known to drop over $800,000 of the best players' money in and around their home. The happy couple live in a very private luxury home in Paris. Both Anto and Messi wanted to make sure that their home was everything their family desired, while keeping in mind the importance of privacy and their well-being. Of course, security is an important factor to keep in mind. According to sources, Antonella's main responsibility is to run the show at home. She is in charge of administering everything that deals with the home, from daily necessities to extravagant luxuries. If it deals with the home, she is in charge. This, of course, includes her children's education. Therefore, every choice she makes for their home is with them in mind. Anto has shared several photos on her Instagram showing the transition her kids have had to adapt to since moving from Barcelona to Paris. The PSG star's kids are now members of the American School of Paris, which is a place where they do not feel the drastic life change too heavily. This is due to the fact that the school's curriculum and style is very similar to the British School of Barcelona, their previous school in Catalonia. Both of these schools are popular because they provide an American-style form of education to international students abroad. The school features multiple fields and courts for the kids to practice all kinds of sports. Lots of land for the kids to run free, do outdoor activities, and get some fresh air as well. The school requires a down payment of 1,400 euros upon registration. For each student, that is non-refundable. This also applies to the school's discretion of accepting or rejecting an application. In addition, the school charges a student evaluation fee of 12,200 euros that is only charged on the very first year of each student's time at the institution. The school assures all parents that the money from each of these fees is going directly into the upkeeping and maintenance of the property. La Pulga is able to give Antonella plenty of funds for this and more thanks to his incredible salary. According to Forbes, he is currently taking in close to $100 million a year. And that's not counting the money that he gets from endorsements. So school fees, home improvement, and spoiling the love of his life does not even put a dent on the Argentina superstar's bank account. As one of Messi's main influences in terms of image and career, his lifelong best friend and wife make sure that everything around the home is perfect, that the kids are taken care of, and that Messi has a comfortable space to come home to when he is done being the best in history. So $800,000, while it sounds like a large amount of money, is nothing when you realize that it keeps La Pulga a very happy man, living a very happy life with his very happy wife. What do you think of the amount of money Antonella spends in and around La Pulga's home? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. More than $400,000 in special trips, dinner dates, and expensive gifts is what it took for Neymar to win the heart of Natalia Barulich, the ex-girlfriend of popular international musical sensation Maluma. The American model has taken social media by storm, not only due to her endless gallery of photos highlighting her beauty, but also because she was seen appearing next to the Paris Saint-Germain superstar. This, of course, caused a great deal of controversy because people associated her romantically with the Colombian singer. The relationship with the reggaeton sensation took off after the model appeared in the popular Felices los Cuatro music video, song which, ironically, talks about infidelity and other people getting in the way of a relationship. Awkward. At the beginning, the romance between Natalia and Maluma seemed to be going well. However, that didn't last long. The beginning of the end took place when Maluma brought his then supermodel girlfriend to Neymar's party in Paris. Big mistake. After the party, Maluma and the Brazilian were not the only ones that got close. Natalia and Ney also hit it off. Soon after the model broke things off with the Colombian heartthrob, people began to speculate and look for possible reasons for the breakup. Once the model took a trip to Paris where she met up with Ney and posted it on her social media, it didn't take long for people to connect the dots. Neymar even welcomed her to the city of love by gifting her a PSG jersey. This, of course, wasn't the only thing that Ney has given her. They have also been spotted traveling not only in and around Paris, but in different destinations across Europe. All of these trips taken on private charters and staying at the most expensive hotels each destination has to offer. Some say that each of the trips cost approximately $100,000. The popular model spoke out and said that she was simply not happy with the dynamic of the relationship with Maluma, that she didn't feel appreciated, and that it was beginning to take a very toxic turn. Natalia quickly mentioned that Neymar was the complete opposite, that he was pleasant and fun to be around, always happy, and he was becoming a very important person in her life. It is no secret that the relationship of Natalia Barulic and the Brazilian caused an uproar amongst their fans, and the fact that the ex is also an international household name made this love triangle exciting to keep up with. Many believe that the expensive treats, dinners, resorts, and private destinations are the reason Neymar had the edge in winning her heart. The approximately $400,000 spent on wining and dining seemed to have worked, but given Neymar's unquestionable charisma, it is safe to say that the luxuries may have been just an added bonus. Do you think Neymar's expensive gifts had anything to do with winning her over? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Kylian Mbappe is one of the most recognizable players on the face of the earth, just like his multi-million-dollar car collection. One fun fact we should point out though, despite having some of the best whips on the planet, the PSG striker still doesn't know how to drive. It's not like this is your average car collection. Donatello has some of the rarest and most expensive vehicles just sitting in his driveway. Something along the lines of a Mercedes-Benz Class V, which is personalized to cater to exactly what the Frenchman wanted, even if he isn't the one driving it. The car belongs to his crew more than him, if anything. Mbappe also owns a Volkswagen van. This one is random, but it was released back in 2002, which to some people may not mean anything. But to Mbappe, this one's a classic. Oh boy. In an interview, the World Cup winning striker admitted that even though he has a multi-million-dollar car collection, he still does not own a driver's license. The reason for that is the fact that he does not have the time in his busy schedule to go to the DMV and that his fame gets in the way. He blames it on finding that particular fame at an early age. Still, we feel like he should have a permit at the very least by now. Moving on, one of Donatello's latest vehicles includes a Volkswagen Tiguan SUV, which has top-of-the-line technology and ergonomic seating, which helps improve posture. Not to mention, the vehicle is completely fully loaded and topped off with LED lights. It's a decorated striker with a decorated car. He just needs a license now and everything will be perfect. Right now, Mbappe is enjoying Neymar and Messi's company in the PSG attack. However, the next several months could see him make the move of his dreams to Real Madrid, where he is expected to make way more money than he does now, and believe me, it's not a bad amount by any extent of the imagination. In the unlikely event that Kylian stays in Paris, the likelihood is that he would still be the third highest paid in the club, always and forever behind the likes of Neymar and Messi. It is what it is. The French international always pulls up to training grounds in style and in the fanciest rides, despite not ever being behind the wheel. He does have the money to hire drivers that take him anywhere and everywhere he wants to go at the snap of a finger. Surely, Kylian Mbappe will get around to having a driver's license someday, and if everything goes according to what the rumors indicate, the French national team superstar will finally be official and learn to drive in the streets of Madrid. What do you think of the fact that Mbappe has a multi-million-dollar car collection that he is unable to really enjoy? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. When it comes to out of this world partying, Neymar Jr. is your guy. The Brazilian star made headlines after dropping a whopping $5 million on a party for 500 people that lasted 5 days. Neymar was joined by countless models, singers, and other popular personalities at this particular event. The PSG player is known for being an outgoing party animal and for never holding back when it comes to spending money on parties and other outings. When Ney wants to have fun, no price tag will ever get in the way. If there is music, alcohol, and women, Neymar is probably behind it and happy about it too. This famous party took place back in 2020, and Brazilian sources say that the 5-day party cost approximately $5 million. That's a lot of money. The party was for 500 people, and all of the guests had their entire expenses covered by the Brazilian superstar. All they had to do was show up and party. Not a bad deal. Not to mention that they were able to enjoy world-class catering the entire time they were there. Even though more than one outlet didn't agree with Ney's party approach, the superstar didn't care. He just wanted to make sure his people had an incredible time, and they did just that. Neymar did take into account the amount of noise they were about to make, and he tried to take necessary measures to ensure that the party didn't disturb the neighbors, but it didn't work. Everyone was able to hear the insane party the PSG forward organized. It sounded like a block party out of a movie. This party took place in his mansion in Brazil that featured an underground nightclub and a fancy terrace for partying outdoor as well. Usually, we know how it goes. Noise complaints happen after long hours of partying. But a whole week of it across multiple areas of the property? Well, that may have been a little bit too much to handle. But if Neymar was going to host and pay for 500 people and spend $5 million in the process of this party, he was going to get it right. Neymar is known to always be down for a good time. Some of the guests in attendance said that the stage Neymar set up for the DJ stood out to them. It was top of the line. People mentioned that if you saw the footage, you would assume that it was a 5-star concert venue and not someone's home. All cell phones, however, were confiscated upon entering the premises to ensure the privacy of the gathering, but also to prevent any potential scandals from happening. Fair enough. This is why no one outside of the guests really know intricate details about this party, such as who was actually there, which artists performed, and so on. One thing is certain that the world knows without being there, and that is that the party was out of this world. Signed and delivered with Neymar Jr.'s seal of approval. What do you think of Neymar dropping $5 million on a party? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. To Neymar, from Neymar, the PSG star decided to give himself a $3 million Christmas gift in the form of a mansion. The property is located in Sao Paulo, where he went to spend his holiday break. The vacation time, approved by his club PSG of course, allowed the Brazilian to head home and spend time with family and friends. Oh yeah, and to purchase a mansion as well. Those closest to Neymar have already had the opportunity to check out his new pad and even spend a few days there as well. The expensive gift to sell came just in time for the holiday. It's nice to see that Ney was spreading the Christmas spirit with himself. The truth is, the negotiation process for the property had been taking place several months before the holiday break. The luxury pad is valued at $3,500,000, and it is located in a very exclusive neighborhood in Sao Paulo. The property features 2 floors and 6 luxury suites in the heart of the country that saw a young prospect chase a dream that would see him become one of the most important players in international football. Some of the extra amenities of the property include an indoor squash court, a panoramic elevator, a huge home office, and a whopping 20-car garage. Wild, isn't it? It is said that more than anything structurally, it was the views from the master suite that really sold Neymar on the property. Once he laid eyes on the scenery, it was done, and Neymar wanted the mansion signed and delivered immediately. Other features of the home include a luxury climate-controlled swimming pool, classrooms to be able to take in the views, a gourmet kitchen, and the fact that most rooms and suites have some form of outdoor view so anyone visiting the property can get a glimpse of Mother Nature. The mansion is 100% what we'd like to call a smart home, meaning that everything from lighting to video, audio, and air conditioning is completely automatic. This also includes the swimming pool, the window blinds, and of course, the home security system that includes video cameras. When Neymar wants to spoil himself, he goes all in. The PSG star is known to treat himself to some of the most incredible properties in different corners of the world. This particular mansion is no exception. Let's remember that once upon a time, Neymar purchased a mansion in Mangaratiba for the sum of $9 million. That's right at the heart of Rio de Janeiro. That property features an indoor and an outdoor swimming pool, with one of them including climate control. In addition, that property has an outdoor space that serves as a private landing space for his helicopter. Need we say more? What do you think of Neymar's new holiday acquisition? Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll read you in the comments. Cristiano Ronaldo sells more than 20 million items of clothing from his personal brand, and that number is definitely well over the 700,000 items Lionel Messi sells with his brand. This, of course, solidifies the fact that CR7's likeness is worth way more than that of his Argentinian counterpart. Taking into account Cristiano Ronaldo's competitiveness and how sensitive he is about the comparison between him and Messi, it is safe to say that being better than his arch nemesis in the retail world was definitely one of his goals. The marketing numbers Cristiano Ronaldo generates are out of this world. This, of course, makes the Portuguese star very happy. No wonder he is always able to squeeze in every single minute of beauty sleep at night. You see, this goes far beyond being number one in everything he does. It's personal. This particular brand is everything to him because it was one of the first investments that he pursued. He's claimed that it really represents who he is. This brand has his name, his seal of approval, and failure is not an option. Just recently, Ronaldo has sold close to 2 million items. We're talking shoes, underwear, cologne, and so much more. When he ventured into the retail world, he made it clear that he wanted to take the world by storm. Messi, of course, had the same goal in mind. However, the Manchester United captain has been able to sell more than double. Looks like La Pulga is going to have to go back to the drawing board if he's ever going to have an actual shot at surpassing CR7. Now, in the interest of fairness, launching a brand and selling 1 million items in a short period of time is not easy. So we don't want to completely dismiss what the Argentina superstar has accomplished. If anything, this proves to the world that we are witnessing an incredible era of football. We get to enjoy the two best players of all time work their magic in and out the field. At the end of the day, just like when they have the ball at their feet, they want to be the best. And Ronaldo has a very comfortable lead. And if we know him well, he wants to keep it that way. No one moves the needle quite like CR7. From being a poster child for Pro Evolution Soccer, the direct video game competition to FIFA, to having his own skin on the video game Free Fire, Ronaldo is just gold. The jersey sales for whatever team he represents skyrocket for as long as he is there. If not, ask Real Madrid and Juventus how they are doing now that he is gone. This translates to the Portuguese company, to his personal brand. That's why he has been able to sell over 2 million shirts alone. While other popular athletes blow their money on parties and clout, Ronaldo keeps the ego on the field and his money goes directly into investments. Before retirement, CR7 wants to build an empire. and solidify his legacy. What do you think of Cristiano Ronaldo's ambitious move to try to make his name in the retail world? And are you surprised that his brand is way more successful than that of Lionel Messi? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Top of the line designer clothing, luxury apartments, bottomless travel, yachts, and runway shows are just a few of the many luxuries Neymar's sister, the model Rafaela Santos, gets to enjoy. The 25-year-old does not hesitate to use her Instagram account to share every single detail of her privileged life to her 5 million followers. All of her endeavors and high-profile contacts can be directly attributed to the fact that her and Neymar share the same last name. I mean, you can't let the perks go to waste, right? Her very extravagant, very organized IG account documents every party, every trip, every event, and down to every single fancy outfit, which really gives all of her millions of followers a behind-the-scenes look at her life of luxury. Rafaela loves the attention, and she knows how to get it. So in addition to the last name and DNA, that is the one major quality that confirms the fact that she is definitely related to the PSG star. They are very much alike in that sense. For Rafaela, it all started when Neymar started including her on his postings on social media. Then his fans began to take interest in anything and everything related to his sister. From that moment on, the rest was history. Neymar has always had a great relationship with her. Let us not forget that at some point he was also dating one of Rafaela's best friends, Bruna Marquezine. Both siblings are prolific in their own light. While Neymar performs magic with a ball at his feet, Rafaela has mastered the magic behind social media enough to work it in her advantage. Good for her. She does have the perfect combination of qualities, attributes, in addition to the perfect environment though. She is beautiful, isn't afraid to flaunt her sex appeal, has bottomless cash flow, and access to high-profile contacts. Not everything is perfect though. Ney's sister has had to deal with her fair share of haters and harsh criticism. Posting as often as she does really does place a magnifying glass over her life. So every single time she's had a surgery, people quickly jump to call her out on it and begin bashing her imperfections. You know what they say. People like to throw rocks at things that shine. To fight back criticism, Rafaela has been known to clap back with even more sass and confidence. The bigger the amount of hate, the more confident she appears in pictures. She is not afraid to flaunt her curves and her gains that she's worked hard to attain at the gym. It's not all about the money. It's not just about her body. Her confidence is also displayed in a close-up picture she posted of her face on Instagram. She changed her hairstyle and is not afraid to bring the lenses of a camera as close to her face as possible, knowing that many will just quickly jump to bash her. The cash flow really does come into play when you look at her parties and gatherings. She spends thousands upon thousands of dollars on events and the wardrobes for set events. Once, she held a party in Sao Paulo where she was spotted rocking a dress that cost well over $2,000. Think about that. What do you think of Neymar's sister's life of luxury? Are you a lover or a hater? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cristiano Ronaldo spends up to $10,000 a month on haircut appointments. We're not kidding. Turns out that CR7 spends more than $2,000 a week to make sure that he is looking clean from head to toe. However, close to 90% of that goes directly to his hair care. Did you think Ronaldo's hair remains looking good before, during, and after a game by means of magic? Nope, he pays for that. Over the course of the last decade, CR7 has changed look at least 14 times. This clearly shows you how much he cares about his looks and about imposing original trends, and often he does just that. According to La Vanguardia, the Manchester star pays his personal stylist between $2,000 and $3,000 to keep his hair looking good. Not only that, He is also open to suggestions about his style in general, and it is often his stylist that suggests when and how to change his look when that time comes. CR7 just wants to be a trendsetter. Think about your circle. We're sure at more than one point or another, someone close to you wore clothes just like the Portuguese star, rocked a mohawk just like him, or perhaps held the famous stance before taking a free kick. It doesn't matter where or how it is. CR7 just wants to kick trends off. Doing the math, Cristiano could spend anywhere between $10,000 and $14,000 a month on his looks. We're talking between $100,000 and $200,000 a year. What a life. Clearly, the 14 looks the star has rocked over the course of the last 10 years were not cheap. Look good, feel good, but also pay good. Simple as that. Just in the span of 5 years, CR7 may have spent $1.5 million on his look. When you put the math that way, this all escalates very quickly. Ronaldo has always been this way though, from his first era at Manchester United to his championship-winning stretch at Real Madrid. Always original, always evolving. Same happened in Italy, and same is happening in his current second go at United. His look is a priority, and that's more than respectable. Once upon a time, it was the curls, then the blonde highlights. Later, it was the mohawk, followed by high top style with a low fade. Let's not forget the man bun, faded designs, and special work in his eyebrows. Again, trendsetter, an ever-changing trendsetter. Sometimes it's hard to tell if we're talking about a football player or a Hollywood actor. Perhaps it's a little of both. After all, the worldwide spotlight is always on him. The amount of money we have taken into account thus far in terms of the Manchester star's look is not even considering the designer clothing he has been known to wear. We're talking Gucci, Prada, and so much more. Hundreds of thousands of dollars are budgeted just for his wardrobe. Regardless, with the millions CR7 makes from salary in the Premier League, in addition to endorsement and personal investments, no expense is big enough to put a dent on the Portuguese star's bank account. That's for sure. What do you think of the amount of money Cristiano spends on his looks? Let us know in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Georgina Rodriguez could spend 500,000 euros in a single afternoon, while Antonella Roccuzzo spends 200,000 in an entire week. If it isn't blatantly obvious, Cristiano Ronaldo's wife spends way more money than Lionel Messi, and she proudly does so every time she goes shopping and drops 20,000 euros on a single purse alone. You can't blame her though. You would probably do the same in her shoes. No pun intended. In her shopping sprees, CR7's wife has been spotted dropping close to 150,000 euros on a single watch alone. She clearly doesn't have a budget she has to abide by. That explains the endless thousands she spends on jewelry to adorn her attractive. She knows how to wear money well. But still, you shouldn't judge her. Her clothing usually comes from the Prada store, where she has been seen dropping 100,000 euros. Meanwhile, the most extravagant expense taken by Antonella was a vacation that cost 200,000 euros for an entire week in Iceland. The vacation was out of a dream. Yet that trip was nothing compared to the cost of Ronaldo's wife's lifestyle. That trip in Iceland was about a week's worth of expenses, something that Ronaldo's wife could drop on a single night, effortlessly. Let's point out the fact that this particular vacation in Iceland had a ridiculous home. 6 bedrooms, a kitchen, a spa, a fully equipped gym, waterfront views, and so much more. It's not that it was less fancy, it just seems like smarter spending, if anything. Considering that a visit to the mall by Ronaldo's wife cost the same, yeah, again, smarter spending. Messi's mansion at this vacation resort was so big that the family needed a golf cart to move around the property. Again, it's smarter spending if you think about what they got. More bang for their buck. From the outside looking in and focusing solely on the spending, it would appear that Messi's wife really does spend the minimum. Well, by comparison, because money is flowing everywhere. This vacation included private chefs and butlers, by the way. All of that for 15,000 euros a day, which is still a ton of money, but it's also just a single purse by Ronaldo's wife. Perspective is all. This Iceland vacation was chosen, organized, and executed by Antonella, not Messi. She's not trying to be overly extravagant just for the sake of doing so, regardless of having the funds. You can't teach humility, that's for sure. Pretty clear difference between the two women. One spends 500,000 euros a night of shopping, while the other thinks of her entire family and drops 200,000 over the span of a week. What a difference. What do you think of the difference in spending between Ronaldo and Messi's wife? We'll read you in the comments. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Dibu Martinez's wife, Mandinha, lives in a luxurious mansion which has multiple bedrooms where she keeps her expensive jewelry and designer clothing. She also has a terrace where she likes to enjoy the sunset and tall glass windows that seem right out of a dream. The spectacular home is the site of many of Mandinha's popular gatherings with friends and family, where they sit around to chat and drink some warm tea or mate. One thing is clear, just basing it off social media, this mansion is her favorite place in all of England, and we don't blame her. During the summer months, followers can see her enjoying the beautiful and scenic outdoor amenities the property has to offer, while in the winter, the content is more about the indoor luxuries and some mate. Always mate. Let's talk about the jewelry Dibu's wife owns. We're talking Harry Winston pieces, some that are among some of the most expensive in the world. Her female followers are in love with her jewelry, and they let Mandinha know about it every chance they get. Dibu's wife is subtle about the way she shows off her home and her jewelry. She's not over the top, but she lets it be known that she is living a life of luxury. This also applies to her wardrobe, as she's been known to rock some of the most expensive brands on the planet, including Prada and Chanel. One of the most notable trends that she follows in her sense of style is color. All of these designer brands fill her closet in practically every single color available. She likes being able to look good, stand out, and be the center of attention at all times. Another one of her favorite things to splurge on is cars. Mandinha owns a wide variety of luxury cars, but the one that she uses the most is her silver McLaren. This is the vehicle of choice for outings with friends or a casual ride around town. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, right. If Dibu is going to make millions of dollars playing in the English Premier League and being the goalkeeper for the Argentina national team, his wife is going to spend them. After all, what is money good for if not spending, right? He keeps adding zeros to his bank account, and she will keep pampering herself with shopping sprees, outings, and upgrades to her massive mansion. Happy wife, happy life. If a few pieces of jewelry, some designer clothing, and a couple of expensive cars is what it takes to have a happy home, then that's what Dibu is going to deliver. Clearly, having a peaceful life leads to the goalkeeper being able to perform at the highest level for both club and country. So keep doing you, Dibu. Keep doing you. She won't be complaining. What do you think of the life of luxury Dibu's wife Mandinha lives in England? Let us know in the comments. And in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. A bouquet of roses worth $1,400 to diamonds, stuffed animals, and the exquisite chocolates. These are just some of the gifts Real Madrid superstar Vinicius Jr. would send Mexican singer and influencer Kenya O, hoping to one day be her man. But instead, Vinny was left in the most fierce scenario of them all, the friend zone. The Mexican beauty admitted that they are strictly friends, which, if we're being honest, only adds insult to injury. Ouch. Even though Vinny shot his shot and slid in her DMs and they now regularly message on Instagram, they both have been stirring up social media platforms as their fans started asking if both the singer and football star had an actual relationship or perhaps a friendship with some benefits worthy of the pampering. Kenya O, who sings the smash hit Tsunami, has been very clear and said, "He is super sweet to me and an incredible person. We have a lot of fun together and have a great time, but we are just friends." Again, ouch. Whether he wants to admit it or not, this is not the place any man wants to find himself when wooing a member of the opposite sex. The famous YouTuber lives in Mexico and the Brazilian forward has a residence in Madrid. Despite the long-distance friendship, they had the opportunity to hang out in Spain, as the Real Madrid superstar still has not given up hopes to one day win her heart. Vinny sent Carol O a bouquet of flowers from an exclusive flower shop located in Mazatlan, Mexico, that cost a whopping $1,400, which is a small gesture for the man who plays for one of the richest clubs in the world. If you drop that chunk of change on flowers, trust me, the teddy bears, diamonds, and chocolates are nothing, as Vinicius Jr. seems to be willing to do whatever it takes to get his chance. Vinicius is only 21 years old and is considered one of the game's best young stars. His manager, Carlos Ancelotti, has given Vinny a chance, and the young forward has been able to prove himself with his breakaway speed and goal-scoring ability. In 19 La Liga games, he found the back of the net 10 times, and in Champions League action, he scored twice in 6 games. 2021 was clearly his chance to shine, and when given the opportunity, he has answered the call and seen his career take off. The Italian manager has displayed full confidence in the young star and sees a bright future ahead of him. I love how he can go one-on-one against defenders. He has focused on becoming more efficient, and he is scoring more goals, something he lacked in previous seasons, the manager said. Maybe the Real Madrid striker should take his in-game abilities and translate them to his dating life and find himself finishing the job there as well. Vinny has a contract with Real Madrid until 2024, and it is worth a whopping 100 million euros. His club sees a bright future and the potential he has, and decided to extend his contract through 2028. And if anyone else is interested in buying the young superstar, they would have to shell out anywhere up to 750 million to 1 billion euros. That explains the gifts, right? Pocket change. It is speculated that he earns 3.3 million annually and is expected to get a bump to over 5 million by the end of the year. With that type of money dropping in his bank account, believe me, Vinny will not have any problem sending more gifts to Carol O from Madrid to Sinaloa in a package sealed with love. The possibility of these two becoming a couple has many of Carol's fans invested and have asked her on social media to give Vinny a shot. But trust me, this is just the first of many chapters in this soap opera that is still a long way from ending. What are your thoughts? Should Vinny keep sending gifts and keep shooting his shot? Or should he just simply take the L and move on?